When there's a crime to investigate. Different professionals may need to be involved. They may have different ways of working. In this scene, we explore what concerns James may have about working with the police.
We're going to just show this little scene. This was at the case conference, and again, while we're looking at it, I want to just have a look at it through the frame of trust again. Where's the trust in here? Why isn't there any trust? Any questions that come up? Nice and loud, guys. Off you go.
So I'm just wondering what you could actually do to help us with this investigation.
We'll be looking to interview Kate on regards to the allegation of her stealing the money.
And are you happy with this, James?
I'm not too sure, but I don't like that.
That's the police's job, James. You know, they need to look into if Kate's possible in stealing your money.
But as long as I'm there when they go through my account, I just don't like it, that's all.
Well, we've got your best interests at heart.
Well, I just don't like not being there when my account's gone through.
Yeah, that's what the police do, James. So I'm sure it'll all be fine.
But I just don't like it, not being there.
Okay, and give me that. Thank you very much.
In the discussion, we talk through the differences that there may be between how a person might like to be involved and what is feasible, given police procedures. We reach a compromise. Is it one you think is fair?
For people that are watching it, what did we think of in terms of trust? Did we see much trust happening between the different characters, the different people in this scene? What do we think? Did we see some trust there? And if we didn't, why not? Why was it difficult having trust?
Because they were telling James what to do.
So we had the idea that they felt they were telling James what to do.
No, I asked him if he would be happy with that.
I
didn't tell him what he was doing.
Asked him if he'd be happy with that, so it wasn't telling him, saying this is what's going to happen. Okay.
But they were saying this is what's going to happen. They didn't ask what should happen. They didn't ask James, what do you think should happen if
Okay, so that, although there was the kind of, are you okay with that, it was really like, maybe, this is an option, the only option.
But there was a crime reported, which was the theft of the money, so that's a serious allegation which is going to be looked into.
So there's a crime reported, so there might have been a theft of money, so this surely has to be looked into. The police surely have to go and
they
look
could
at
actually ask James, how do you want to go about into it?
There's also time limits for these things as well, which means it has to be done as quickly and as quickly as...
So there's a potential crime here, so it's got to be done quickly. The police have to get involved because there's perhaps a crime being committed. Somebody could have stolen money from James. So this couldn't have been done any better. This meeting couldn't have gone better. There couldn't have been much more trust. There couldn't have been any trust in this meeting. Is that what we're saying? Or are we saying that there might have been ways that this could have been done better so that there was some trust?
They could have involved James more.
Okay, but how? How could they involve James more?
They weren't answering his question. They just kept saying their own points without answering his question. It's like he wasn't heard.
They weren't answering his question. Okay, so they could have looked at answering his question a bit more. Yeah.
Or say, listen, there's a crime being reported. What should happen? What do you think should happen? And how do you think we should go about doing it?
That's what the police do? When there's a crime reported, they ask somebody...
They don't have to interview the person.
Okay.
They have to interview the person that's been abused. In other words,
they take a statement.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, so there might have been a little bit more of a, rather than just looking at your account and talking to Kate, there might be a bit more talking to James to begin with. Yeah, anything else?
I think there was something similar to the last situation there, and I think there's a lot of trust between us that we knew best. That we trusted each other to know what was best in the situation.
Usually, yeah, I saw a lot of trust here. Like I saw people that knew each other and kind of had worked together before, and all this kind of stuff was happening here. And then we had James over here, which...
Well, I knew they were going to go around without me and go through my account. As far as I know, I have the right to be there if they're going to and the number.
The right to be there, okay. And there was this kind of argument from Peter as well, well that's his job. That's what he does or whatever, you know, so rather than let's not question it, let's just
do it.
Let's just do it.
Because Peter and the PC plug had explained the procedure. This is what we're doing, this is how we're doing it. And you do that, and that. We realise you don't like it, but unfortunately the law has our hands tied. It has to be investigated.
Okay, so kind of this is what we have to do. This is the information which Fiona was talking about as being really, really crucial for trust. So even though this may be slightly awkward and we do have to look at your bank account, we do have to, at least if we explain the procedure a bit more, that might have gone some way to help build a little bit of trust in here in some way. Okay, thank you very much.